Welcome to our Microsoft Office Word tutorials, and this is the first part of the many lessons that we are yet to have. My name is Sonda William. So under these tutorials, in this first part, we're going to look at what Microsoft Office is, and then also later on also look at the interfaces that we're going to find as we interact with this application. Now, what is Microsoft Word? So basically, Microsoft Word is a word processing software or program which is used for typing, formatting, and editing Word documents. Now, Word documents are documents that mainly contain text information. Of course, we may have information that would also contain shapes or pictures, but Word documents will basically mostly contain text information. Now, starting Microsoft Word, there are many ways that you can use to start up Microsoft Word, but we're going to look at three main ones. So the first one is you click on the Start button, and then after that you're going to click on All Programs. After clicking on All Programs, you're going to click on Microsoft Office, and then after Microsoft Office, you're going to click on Microsoft Word. And then after that, you should expect your program to open. The second method is you look for Microsoft Word icon on your desktop, and then you double click on it. Then the last method is you click on the Start button, then you look for Microsoft Word on the Start menu, and then you click on it. Now, after you've done any of those three, a window like this will appear, and after this window appears, all you need to do is you click on Blank Document. So when you click on Blank Document, the black Windows Microsoft Office document will open, and it will appear like this here. Now, while different versions have different appearances, they all have most of the same features, which means if you're using a version that was made maybe let's say some years back, and you're using one which is used today, you should not have a problem in any of those, as long as you know the features that each one of them has. So we have a picture of different versions of Microsoft Word versions, starting from 2007 up to 2009. So if you look at each one of them, you'll find that all of them have the same features, but may differ in their appearances. Now, the outlined area in green is called the title bar. It basically displays the name of the open program. In this case, the program opened is Microsoft Word, and of course the name of the file, which is document1. The file has not yet been saved, so its name will continue to be document1. Apparently, files created in Microsoft Word are often referred to as documents and have a file extension .doc or .docx. The area outlined in green is called the Quick Access Toolbar, and it contains commands which are commonly used in Microsoft Word. So this is the area here. So it contains the Save button, the Undo button, and the Repeat button. Microsoft Office 2007 and 2010 use what is referred to as the ribbon interface, and that's the area which is outlined in green there. So the ribbons we are going to go over today are the default ribbons. So these are the ones that will come with the program as soon as when it is just been created. Of course, you can customize the ribbon and the group on the ribbon to your personal computer to suit your needs. And in order to do this, you simply have to right click the mouse on the ribbon for the group you want to customize. Now, the words file, home, insert, etc. As outlined in green are referred to as the tabs. So each tab has several groups attached to it, and these tabs and groups will help us to navigate through this program very easily. The first tab we have is the File tab menu, which contains commands commonly associated with the file. This tab is also referred to as the Backstage view. Then the next tab is the Home tab, which contains commands commonly associated with formatting and editing the text. So these ones include the clipboard there, I've got the font, I've got the paragraph, I've got the styles, I've got the editing. The next tab is the Insert tab, which contains groups, which are commonly associated with adding something or the document. So these are adding a page to a document, adding tables to a document, illustrations, or adding links to a document, adding the header and footer or even the page number, adding text to a document, and then also adding symbols. All those things can be done using the tabs button. The next tab is the page layout, and it has groups which contain most of the commands associated with settings that would affect the entire document. So we're talking of themes, page setup, the page background, the paragraph, and the arrange group. The next tab is the references, where we have the groups which contains most of the commonly associated with researching a research paper, writing a research paper, an essay, or a term paper, or any similar form of documents. So under this tab we have the following groups: the table of contents, the footnotes, the citation and biography. We also have the captions, the index, and then the table of authorities. The next tab is the mailings tab, and it has commands commonly associated with documents and files created for mass mailings. So these include the create group, the start mail merge group, the write and insert fields group, the preview results group, and the finish group. The next tab is the review tab, which contains commands commonly associated with documents which are shared or been prepared for publication. So under these ones we have the proofing, we have got the language, we've got the comments, we've got the tracking, we have the changes, we have the compare, and we have the protect. Then our last tab contains commands commonly associated with a variety of ways you can look at a document or documents, and this is called the view tab. Under this one we have the view, the document views, the show, zoom, and then window, and then macros. Now all these tabs that we have looked at make up our interface, and they help in easy navigations through this program. Now we're going to end here for the first part of our lesson, and I hope it was interesting and very informative. Thank you for watching.